overview, but I'll go ahead and record it. So, you know, a lot of you, well, many of you said this is your first time on my training, so it won't hurt to repeat this. But many of you guys have heard me say that I've only been trading for about 6.5 months, and you know, it takes you just a little bit. You know, those first few months, they're like you're in a Greek geometry class. I mean, a lot of it doesn't make sense. Some of it makes a little bit of sense. You know, all of this lingo, all these acronyms, you know, it's EP, TP, SL, you know, there's all kinds of things in there, and then they tell you about the Fibonacci and the stochastics and the RSI and the MACD, you know, and so you wonder, what in the world am I doing? Am I going crazy? And, you know, what is all of this? And so, you know, that's why I really, really recommend that when you get started, you focus on swipe trades and Fusion Trader, and so that you can copy paste and you can let someone else trade for you, you know, while you're studying. Because I think it's so important that you spend some time in the academy studying and not, you know, not trying to rush. What I find is so many people are in a hurry. They want to get in and they want to go live. And I just, you know, I think that what you're doing is a disservice to yourself, because it puts a lot of stress on you, you know, to hurry up and make these profits. And I know, you guys, I remember, I've been there. Listen, when I got started and I was in my demo account, I made over $8,000 profit in 2 weeks in my demo. And you know, I was like, oh my gosh, if this was just live, you know, this would be awesome. But the thing about it is, when you're in demo, you have a different emotional outlook. As a matter of fact, you're unemotional. You're not attached to that because you know you're in demo. And so you'll do things that you wouldn't do in live account. You'll do a bigger lot size. You won't put in a stop loss. You don't really pay attention to your risk management. And, you know, that is the, you know, that's part of the reason why we make so much in demo, because, you know, my goodness, we just throw those big lots out there and take a few pips and it kind of adds up fast. But what happens is when we go live, we're opening up, you know, instead of having a $5,000, a $10,000, or $100,000 account in demo, now we're opening up with $100 live accounts. And so now it's 0.01, 0.02, and, you know, and it's a different story. And then you get nervous a little bit because it's your money. And, you know, I remember I did the same thing. I went from making $8,000 in a demo to putting my money in my live account, and I froze. I mean, I froze. I didn't want to trade. I was like, oh my gosh, but, you know, what if I lose it? And, you know, what we have to realize, and, you know, they say it, but we just kind of skim over it because we don't really take it to heart. So what they tell us is, don't trade money you can't afford to lose. You know, and then all of us say, well, who can afford to lose money? I don't want to lose a penny, you know, much less $100. But, you know, it's very true. You have to put something in there in your live account, and you can say, listen, if I lost every penny of this, it's not going to hurt my family. I'm not going to not be able to buy groceries or pay bills or something like that. Because, again, especially if you're trying to jump into a live account so soon, what's happening is you've got this pressure, and then you're still not ready to go live because you're not entering trades properly, or you don't know how to do risk management, or you don't know how to count pips, or you don't know, hey, is it too late to put in this trade? And so what's happening is, you know, you're really not at the point that you should go live. So what I see you guys saying is, look, I'm trying to at least get that 185, or, you know, I want to cover my education. And I understand that. I understand that completely. That's why, honestly, we recommend that you know, share the information with some people so that you can get to and free. Because then, you know what? then you don't have to worry about it. I don't have to worry about how long I'm in my education. I don't have to worry about that next payment. And that's honestly the reason why I think, one of the reasons why that they did that, because, you know, in inviting to, and yours is free, is very generous of IML Academy, because that doesn't really help them as a company, you know, for you just to invite 2 people and they give you yours free, because basically one of your people covers yours, and then that's just one other person. So that's a really good deal. And, you know, of course I hear people say, yeah, but, you know, I haven't really done anything yet. I don't know what to say. It's hard to do that when you can't explain it. Well, I'm so glad you said that. And I know this isn't an opportunity meeting, so I am going to get on to some training. But guys, you're not supposed to explain anything. You're not supposed to, honestly, if you try to explain things, then you are probably going to mess it up. That's why we have things that are videos and kind of an automated system. So the only thing you need to say is, you know, hey, Joe, how's it going? This is your friend, and you're just talking to him, you know, and how's things been going? How's the family? And, you know, you're just having that normal conversation you're having with them, and you go, oh, hey, by the way, have you ever heard of Forex? And, you know, and if they say, no, what is that? I mean, you know, Forex, you know, I've got all kinds of questions about what that means. And, you know, I just tell them, I say, listen, I said, it's an amazing trading. It's foreign currency trading. And I'd like to show you a little bit about it. And say, you know, take a look at this video, or if you're there with them, you know, play that What is IML video, and let the video do the talking. See, the thing about a video is it's not going to mess up. It isn't going to forget to tell them something. It isn't going to say it one way one time and another way another time. It's going to say the exact same thing every single time. And so then when they see that and they say, oh my gosh, you know, I got questions. Well, then you say, okay, hang on a second. I have a trading partner on here that's been doing this, and they can answer all your questions. And you get somebody on the phone to answer their questions. We are never supposed to try to explain it. So, yeah, absolutely, Yolanda, that's it. You ask someone else to do it. So, absolutely, you know, the only thing that you need to say is, have you ever heard of Forex? And if they say no, say, oh my gosh, I've got something, you got to see this. You know, you don't even have to say it's foreign currency trading. Go, oh my gosh, you've got to see this. And show them the video, send them the link, and then call them right back after they've seen it, have somebody on the phone to answer their questions, and that's it. And that's probably what the person did when they shared it with you, you know? So, okay, I don't even know why I got off in all of that, guys, but I think that's real important. I know why, because someone said that they want to go live so they can recover their 185. So, honestly, yeah, I'm not interested at this time, no potential member, but if I do, I will do that. Thanks, good info. Yeah, you know, I was just saying that because someone said they wanted to cover their fees. And so that's the best way to do it right there. And let's see, what should I say when people ask, well, can you tell me a little bit about it? How many people have you brought in under you? I always get stuck. You know what, you can just say, you know what, I don't really, guys, I need to do another video on this. This is not where I was going. But, you know, you can just say, hey, listen, I could tell you, but it'd probably take me about 2 hours to explain it because, you know, I'm still learning it all myself. But I can show you this, watch this link, and it'll take about 8 minutes or 6 minutes. And, you know, what would you rather have, 6 minutes or 2 hours? So, you know, anyway, that's kind of another way, the getting started video, I will train. Yeah. So, okay. 2 and free is good for me. Yep, that's good. It's good for me too. I like it. All right. So now, I have some things on my agenda that I wanted to talk to you guys about and kind of review. But I do, other than the 2 and free, Is there anything else that we've gone over that you guys want to talk about, you want to ask me questions about? This is a really good time. I think I haven't done this ever. I don't think I've ever done this before, just a Q&A. So do you guys have any questions on anything that we've been teaching on? You know, break even, how to count pips, anything like that? Because I've got some things I can show you, but if you have any questions, I'd like to go ahead and answer those. All of it. Okay. Yes, the Academy beginners are great, Frank. You're right. Those are, everybody needs to watch those a few times. I tell people they should watch those several times. Okay, so let's see. I'm struggling with when to let go the swipes and swings, counting pips. Okay, so when to let go. Do you mean when to get out? Yeah, when to get out. Okay, so typically I get out either when it hits stop loss or take profit, especially in swipe trades, because it's going to, Justin is going to let you know, hey guys, go ahead and get out of this, it's turned around. But normally, I mean, you know, we just get out when it hits take profit or stop loss. And for new people, I would put take profit 1 in, because that way you can, you know, get some, catch those pips, and you don't have to worry about it turning around, and then, you know, everybody starts to get worried about that. Let's see. Let's see, can you, oh, counting pips. Okay, so has everyone on here that, well, I know most of you haven't because a lot of you are new. So have you guys seen the how to count pips video that I have on my YouTube? Okay, what about the ones that asked how to count pips? Have you seen that first, counting pips? And then I'm going to go over it here. I'm going to just show you something on counting pips. All right, so I want to do that first. I'm going to go into counting pips here. That was the first thing you guys asked, so I'm going to do it. Let me look over here and see. I have a whole training on it, but I'm going to look in this view or over here and see if I can't pull up something that'll show us. Here we go. This is what I want to see. All right. Now these numbers are moving like crazy because, of course, the market is open. And I want you guys to know that counting pips is as easy as subtracting or adding 10 to 85, okay? It's as easy as subtracting, adding and subtracting. I mean, it's like, it is so easy, and when you guys see this, you're going to be so amazed at how easy it is. And I know it does take a minute. Can you guys see my mouse moving around? Can y'all see my mouse? Sometimes I don't know what shows up on the screen. Somebody, oh, yes. Okay, good deal, good deal, good deal. Okay, so I want to show you this. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is that last number, okay, the last number, I don't care what pair it is. That very last number is a pipette, all right? So even if it's a yen pair, and see they have a decimal and then 3 digits, then here's the euro pair. It has a decimal and then 5 digits. It doesn't matter how many digits it has. The last number is a pipette. Now, it does matter, it does count, but when we're adding and subtracting, what I usually do is ignore it because I carry it, okay? So we're going to ignore that number, and then we're going to look at the 2 numbers next to it. I wish I could enlarge this screen. Can y'all see it okay? I don't think I can. Okay, so now let's look right here. So right next to the pipette is the number 65. Of course, it's going to change, but right now it's 65. Okay, those are your pips. Okay, that's called a percentage and profit. All right, percentage and points, percentage and profit. I've heard it both ways. So 65 is your pips. So now you're going to add or subtract to that 65. And I need a blank screen. I'm going to get my Word document up here. And I'm going to move it down so we can get a blank screen. Okay. So let me go over here and we're going to get this. Can I copy it and paste it? No, it doesn't let you copy paste. All right. Okay, so I'm just going to type it. So we had that EURUSD. All right, and it was 1.0, and I'm so anal about stuff, 6652. 1.0, 6652. Okay, so remember what I said, this right here is the pipette, this last number. So we're going to just move it over here for right now. And then this, the numbers right next to it, like I said, it doesn't matter how many numbers are in here. The last number is a pipette, and then the next two numbers, those are your pips. Okay? So this is your pips. Now, if you wanted to add or subtract, depending on what's going on, let's just have a situation. Let's pretend like we need to, if somebody said, I want you to buy EURUSD and set your stop loss at 50 pips. All right. So the first thing is we're buying. All right. So if we're buying, do you guys know which direction the stop loss is going to be? Is it going to be above the price or below the price? Does anybody know that? Very good. And okay, so the stop loss is going to be below the price. So let's go over here and look what that means. Some people are like, what are y'all talking about? I'm going to go to EURUSD. Let's see, I know I have it here. I have it right here. I gotta move all these little things out of my way here. Okay. So, I know y'all can't see all this, but when I'm on Zoom, I've got like 5 different windows all over my page. All right. And I'm gonna enlarge this really big, really big. There we go. All right, so we're at EURUSD. All right, so if we're going to buy, then that means that we're saying the price is going to go up. All right, so buying, price is going up, selling, price is going down. So if we're going to buy, our take profit is going to be up here, and our stop loss is going to be down here. And these numbers, the further you go up, the higher they get. The further you go down, the lower they get. All right, so it's just price. So we're saying prices that, and you know, with trading, you know, you have to have more than $1.06. It's micros. I mean, it's $1.06, you know, and then it, you know, has several more places afterwards. So and I probably should have done a sell since the EURUSD is selling right now, but I didn't. I already said buy. So if the and I am in demo. Okay, because if I mess up here, I'm gonna make sure I'm in demo. All right, so if we said we're going to buy, and I'm just gonna use this, and we wanna go down 50 pips from where price is right now, and it's at 106.657. So here we go. We're gonna subtract. Well, we're going to use these numbers. Okay, so we want to subtract 50 pips. All right, so now what is the price that we're going to set our take profit at? Anybody got the answer? Very good. You guys have it. It's 1.06, and because we're just, you know, carrying that down, and 50 from 65 leaves 15, and then we're just going to carry that 2 down. So that's exactly right. So our stop loss is going to be at 1.06152. So now, what if I said, let's see, 1.06652, and what if I said, well, let's set our take profit at 100 pips. So if I said, let's set take profit at 100 pips. What is your take profit going to be? All right, so let's do this. I said let's do this. All right. So if we're going to add 100, let's see. The 2, we're just going to carry down. We're not really doing anything with the 2. We're going to carry it. And then, of course, here we have, you know, we're adding 0 to 65. So there's our 65. And then now we've got to add 1 to the 6. So that is 7. So 1.0, see if I can get these in here, 7652. Don't forget your 0 there, 1.07652. See, you guys, I think y'all know how to do this. That was, see how easy it is? All you're doing, it's simple addition and subtraction. That's all it is. And I know it's kind of scary because you're like, you know, like, oh my gosh, hang on just 1 second. You know, it's like, oh, all these numbers, I don't know what to do. Does that make sense to you guys? And if there's someone in here that says, I still don't get it, please speak up now, because I want you to get it. I think adding pips is very important. Just kind of, yeah. Can you tackle the MA again later, please? Okay, let's see, got it. So give me another suggestion when you've got to count pips. Because I know, oh, can you do a cell example? Yes. Yes, I can go through it again. I know, right? It's like, oh my gosh, this is so easy. I didn't realize it was that easy, but it is. Okay, so let's do it again. But give me, okay, so we'll do a cell. So I just did a buy. So now we're going to do a sell. Tell me, what is an instance that you guys get on your swipe trades or anything where you have to count pips, and you're like, oh my gosh, what do I do? Is there anything you guys can think of? The yen, okay. We can do the yen. So we'll go to GBP, JPY, because that's my favorite pair. All right. And is there a situation that you get stuck in and you need to count pips? What do you normally have to count pips for? Tell me. Is it to figure your stop loss or take profit? What is it? Stop loss? Okay, all of it. Stop loss and take profit. Okay, so now let's look at the pound and the yen. I love the pound and the yen. All right. So here it is, and we want to sell, right? Oh my gosh, look at this. It crossed the moving average. I have not been watching this today. Look at this. It crossed the moving average, and it has dropped 105 pips. It's at 84 right now. And dang, I know, you guys, I just picked my mom up from the hospital, and so I have her, and I have not been able to really trade. So I've been missing it today. So anyway, this is crazy. I missed it. Yes, she's doing okay. She's hurt, but she's doing okay. She'll be all right. She didn't break any bones, thank the Lord. So anyway, she is 93 years old. So y'all keep her in your prayers. So anyway, so let's just say, for instance, okay, that we wanted to get a sell, you know, when it crossed the moving average. And yes, and she'll be 94 in July. Let's say that it crossed the moving average, and you're like, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is what I've been doing. I haven't been putting in a take profit. I've only been putting in a stop loss, because I want to let it go until it does a reversal a couple of times, and then I'll take profit. So so what I'm doing is I'm figuring when it crosses, I figure a 30 pip stop loss. Now let me tell you, GBP JPY, it will probably hit that 30 pip stop loss every time, but other pairs, not so much. But GBP JPY swings really big. So 30 pips stop loss when it crosses usually is not enough. So I either would not trade the GBP JPY on the cross, or allow yourself proper risk management and more pips, like a 50 pip stop loss, and just use a micro lot like 0.01. Yes, this is the H1. And so, so what I do when it crosses, as soon as I get the little ding from my phone, immediately, normally, what I do is I do a 30 pip stop loss or a 50 for GBP, JPY, and then no take profit, just let it go. So say, for instance, let's pretend it just crossed, and let's see where it crossed at. What was the price? The price was 139.998. Is that 39? I can't see. No, it's 130. Lord Jesus, I need my contacts on. 138.998. Okay, 138.998. So let's put this over here on our document. 138.998. Okay, so it just crossed. We are ready to make some money, and we need to do a stop loss. And we're going to set it at 50 pips. Now, normally, like I said, other pairs, I do 30 pips, okay? So this is a sell. It's GBP JPY. We need to do a 50 pip stop loss. Does anyone want to do the math for us, or do you want me to do it? You do it. Yes. Okay. So in a sell, let's look at this really quick. In a sell, price is going to go down. It's going to go lower. So we have to do the stop loss up here, because that means, hey, if it goes up, we need it to stop our profit. They call it a stop profit. The professional traders call it stop profit, but we call it stop loss. So anyway, we put this, or maybe they're just doing that for emotional reasons, stop profit. But anyway, so we want to do the stop loss up here. That means price up here, above it. We have to add to this number right here. We have to add 50 pips. Does that make sense, everybody, so far? Do you know why we have to add? Everybody understands? No, why? All right, so in a sell, the entry point is, like I said, 139. I'm just going to kind of get back, where did I say it was? Okay, 138.979. So the numbers in a buy go higher, okay? So if we want to set our stop loss up here higher, then we're going to have to add 50 pips because it's up higher than where the entry is. Does that make sense? And if it doesn't still make sense, say no, it doesn't make sense. Okay, all right, because this is a sell and the stop loss is going to be higher than the entry because the take profit is lower than the entry. The stop loss, okay? So in a sell, price is going to go down, all right? So we would, in order to get our price at 100 pip profit, or I'm sorry, let me do that part, 50 pip stop loss, we have to, oh boy, now I'm getting myself confused. We have to add, because price is going, look, yeah, I don't know how to do this where I can make it real simple. All right. So can you see my crosshair and where the price is highlighted over here on the right? It says 138.96. If I want to go up 50 points, then I'm going to have to add 50 points. So it's now at 139.46, okay? Because price goes higher. So 50 pips from 138.96 is 139.46. Does that make sense, Raymond? I want to go 50 points higher. Okay, and then my take profit, if I want to go 100 pips into profit because it's a sell, then 100 pips is going to be about 137.96, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and why 50? That was just an example. I'm just had to pick a number. Okay, so here we are. And in a sell, to set your stop loss, and write this down, guys. In a sell, to set stop loss, you must add to the entry price. You should write that down. That's how you're going to remember this stuff. Yes, when you set the stop loss and the take profit, use the entry price for both. All right. And then also, if we want to do this, in a sell, you must subtract from the entry price. To get take profit. So that's really, really important. I would write that down in your notes so that every time you're trying to figure pips, you can go to this. And then go ahead and write in a buy, let's go ahead and make these notes. So in a buy, or let me say, to set take profit, you must, let me say this though, in a buy, to set take profit, you must add to the entry price. And in a buy, you must to set stop loss, you must subtract from the entry price. So if you have these in your notes, that will help you. Those little notes you can, every time you go to figure your stop loss, that'll help you. Yes, it is, ma'am, being recorded. Okay, I have a question here from someone. So I want to sell. We're expecting the price to go down, correct? So if it goes up, we are losing money. So we put our stop loss higher so that at that point we can't lose so much money, it stops our loss. Yes. Then we put our take profit lower because we're expecting it to go low, low, and we can take our profit. Correct. And I don't know how you pronounce your name, T-A-K, TAC or TAC. I do have a video that explains pending orders. If I don't get to it tonight, I explain buy and sell, limits and stops. I absolutely suggest fusion traders. Oh, Tony, okay. All right. So yes, I do, because you want someone else trading for you while you're learning. You know, the swipe trades and the fusion trader are really, really important. Okay, so let's see. Now let's go ahead and do this. I think you guys may have already done this, but let's double check. So let's go back to this. We are in a cell, and we want to set stop loss at 50 pips. And this is our entry price. So let's go ahead and do the answer. And we are in a cell. So does anybody have the answer for me? Fusion, Valerie. Okay, so wait, did you say sell or buy? We are in a cell and we want to set stop loss at 50 pips. And this is our entry price. Okay, so now we have to, all right, so if we're in a cell and we want to, in a cell to set stop loss, you must add to the entry price. So let's go ahead and add 50 pips. Right here, and remember this 8 is our pip et. The 99 is our pips, And the 8 just gets carried down. And then we're going to add 50 to this. See if I can get these all lined up here. I actually have a really good video on this, guys. The way I'm doing it right now is kind of crazy. All right. So now, if we have 9 plus 0 is, I shouldn't have put that 8 there. I'm having more of a hard time just typing in Word. Okay, so 9 plus 0 is 9. And then 9 plus 5 is 14. So we have to carry our little 1 up here. Y'all remember how to add? Carry our little 1 up here. This is just simple math. So 8 plus that 1 up there is 9. And then we're going to carry our 13 down. All right, and then we're going to carry that 8 down. That took me forever, just typing it. But now, do you guys get that? All right, now you guys are going to get to the point. This is so awesome, I promise you. You guys are getting to the point. I look at the I look at this oh my gosh. I look at the quotes page, or I look at price and immediately go, oh, I need to add, 70 plus 50, and I just add my pips, or I'm trying to figure out how many pips is it from one thing to the other, and you can do it. You practice this, this is how you're going to see your numbers all the time. Even though they're one long number, you're in your mind's eye, it's going to separate them like this, and you're just going to be able to add and subtract like you wouldn't believe. It's going to be so easy. You're going to just look at your quotes page and at your numbers, and you're going to just count them up. I mean, it's just going to be like adding 1 plus 1 is 2. All right. So I think, and just practice, go through and just practice counting and adding and subtracting your pips. And then, you'll be able to do it in your head. I mean, it'll be so easy. If you just keep practicing, it'll be so easy. Okay. Lord have mercy, I've got all these MA cross alerts going off. All right, so somebody has a question. Yes, what is it? So 5 pips would be 0.05. Okay. So if we were going to add 5 pips here, if we just wanted to add 5 pips, then so if we wanted a 5 pip stop loss or 5 pip take profit, then we would just add 5 pips. So this would be 14. We'd carry our 1 over here and now. So that would be 10. Then we'd carry our 1 over here. Now that would be a 9. and bring down our 13. So our answer would be 139.048. Yay! See what I mean? I mean, it's just simple math. That's all it is. It is simple math. It just looks so crazy with all those numbers. So the main thing you want to remember now is what we said up here in our notes. This is this is the really important stuff, is that you remember in a cell to set stop loss, you must add to the entry price. In a cell, you must subtract, and I need to write it so it's the same. In a cell to take profit, you must subtract from the entry price. That way it's the same each time. That's the important stuff right there. And then here's your buy. All right, yay, I think we accomplished something tonight. I feel so good. Okay, I saw a ton of other questions. You guys know we only have about 5 more minutes. So let's see what else we can answer. Instead of me scrolling back, let's see, random thought. Let's see, okay, so we definitely need to go over. I don't know, I don't see anything. I thought we were going to get to go over more stuff, but goodness gracious. All right, so let's see. Is this recorded? Yes, it is recorded. I wasn't planning on posting it, but I will. What indicators do you use? My indicators, I'll just, I use them for different things. So you want to make sure that, let's see, and let me just show you over here. All right, so I use the 200 moving average, and that's one of my entry points. I use it on the 1 hour, and so I use it, it's something I can do. If price cross is going down, I can sell. If price cross is going up, I can buy. So as you see here, price crossed, and it went up 134 pips. All right, then over here, price crossed, and I don't jump in if this is my perfect entry. I don't really jump in anywhere. If I missed it, I missed it. I just wait till the next time. And then here, price crossed, and now it's at 86 pips. It's dropped. So you know, you could put in 100 pip stop loss and then take profit anytime you want to. You know, before then. Or 50 pip, whatever you want, you know, just practice in demo. Practice at first in demo. The reason why is because I'm going to show you. It will crisscross. Look like right here. See how price cross went up, came right back down. Okay, so you want to set your stop loss, because if it crossed right here and you bought, then you would have set your, you know, 30 pip stop loss, and it would have on that candle right here, it would have, you know, stopped it. Or, you know, what I do, well, anyway, what I do, I just let it hit the 30 pip stop loss, because sometimes it'll cross, go up and down, then it'll go back up. And the reason is because 30 pips is 30 pips, but I make it up because when it crosses and goes, you know, I make 200 pips. So, and then a lot of times it'll cross and go up, and, you know, 50 pips, just practice. I'm going to do another video. I have session 3 on training on the moving average that I'll be doing probably next week. Okay. Let me look here. On that recording on how to install those alerts, we did that. We did that like 2 or 3 times. And because I was helping people, those trainings were going like an hour and a half and 2 hours. So I'm going to do that just me and the computer, and I will upload it soon. How long do your trades normally last on the H1? Oh, I don't know. It depends on the time of the day, the market. But I don't get impatient with trades. I just leave them alone. I put them in and let them do their thing. I mean, I've had times when it'll hit 100 pips really quick, and then I've had times when it, I mean, EU or EG last week hit almost 200 pips in a day. So it just depends on the pair, and it depends on the market. Do you recommend using FX Choice Scanner versus Trader's Way? Because I can never get my scanner to look like this. Well, this isn't the scanner. Latrice, this is just my MetaTrader 4. Yours probably looks something like this, probably. I have just worked on mine and made it my own, and so that's probably why yours doesn't look like mine. Red and blue lines on the moving average. On a market execution, you want to do that pretty quick. That's kind of like a right now kind of thing. Let's see, can you do a training on getting our scanner to look like yours? Yeah. You mean you like those colors? And are you talking about on your computer? Because you won't be able to do it on your phone. Melody, my recordings are on YouTube, and it's somebody can post that link in here. What is the green line? Let me go back. Oh, let's see. That green line is my 200 moving average. So if price crosses below, you just sell. Well, let's see. That is a basic way. Okay, so the question is, if price crosses below the 200 EMA, you just sell. You don't look for any confirmation. It's a sell. See, when I started selling and buying on the 200 MA, I was a brand new baby trader. It's the first thing I learned, and it was simple. It was something that I knew that I could do. So it was just my style, or my trading. It was something that somebody taught me, and it was another trader that had been trading for about 8 years, and it made sense. It was the first thing I could do, and without knowing how to read all the charts. So yes, when I do this, that's all I do. There are some other moving averages that some people add, and when this one crosses that one, and then when they cross somewhere else, you can do a buy or sell. I just don't do that. I just do this one, and that's the thing, guys. Everybody has a way of trading. Like this one right here, it crossed on the 15th right here, and it went up 399 pips. I mean, it's just one of those things where, I try to keep it simple, and that's it. Now, I trade the 4-hour chart with trend, support and resistance, and Fibonacci. Okay? But if you'll notice, guys, this is just another way of getting in some entries. Look at this one. This price crossed right here, and look what it did. It went down 372 pips. So it's just another way. Now, I will tell you, if you'll notice, normally after a big breakout like that, you'll get a little bit of consolidation or a little bit of, crossing. It didn't do it much here, and then it broke out going long. But over here, let's see, I need to, like right here in this consolidation, that would have been a little bit of a nightmare. You would have been in, out, in, out, in, out. But of course, this is over the period of February 7th to February the 24th. So it's not like it was every day or anything. It was days apart. That's why I say practice it. Pick one pair and practice it. It's only going to cross every sometimes it only crosses once a week or even longer. So anyway, let's go. What are your training hours and days? I train Mondays from 8 Central Time to 9 Central Time. I typed it in help and it came up how to set the alerts. When to exit. Okay, on the moving average, I forgot if you said your name was Tony. When to exit, I would just, set, if you're talking about the moving average, I would just set a take profit. Don't be, maybe in the beginning, just set a 50 or 100, and then you can watch it, and if it starts to do a pullback, you can get out. Just close it. How is the entry level calculated? Oh boy, you guys have a lot of questions. Which is better to do? On this, I would on the moving average, H1. If you do H4, you'll be days and days. Let's see. Yeah, just play with it on the computer. Just play with it and demo. Am I using the wrong platform? My MetaTrader is MetaTrader 5. Yes, you are. You need to be in MetaTrader 4. How do we get the notifications that price is crossing the 200 average? That is a video that you'll have to watch that I'll upload soon. The yellow is a 13, and I have all those details in the video. When is the best time to enter, and what time frame should we be looking at when entering? Brittany, are you talking about the moving average? The H1 time frame? And best time is whenever it crosses. Okay, so guys, it is 9:05, and I really appreciate all of your questions and everything, and I'm glad we did this little Q&A tonight, and we're able to go over the PIP calculations. I think that was really good. And I'm sorry, I'm still reading. Okay, so my YouTube page is, I don't even know the link, but it's Living by Design on YouTube. And then the playlist is Forex 101 Strategies. All right, guys, thank you so much for being on tonight. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, just let everybody in the chat know that it was helpful, and that way that they will get on and learn these, because you know, sometimes people don't take their education serious, and we need to know, they need to know that it's worth their time to get on these trainings. So if you'll just let everybody know if, you know, that you were on or that you liked it, and we'll encourage them to get on next time. And then also I will post this video, as much as I didn't want to, I will post this video. And then this week sometime I'm going to post the other video about setting up those indicators and those alerts. And I'll post that in our chat. All right, guys, good night, everybody. Hope you guys have a wonderful week. Happy trading, and I look forward to seeing you guys at the top. Oh, YouTube link, please. Oh, goodness, I don't have the link, guys. I don't even know. I just know that it's Living by Design on YouTube.